Hey everybody. Sorry I am a little late. I had a weird technical glitch. We were just really lagging on the video, but it looks like things are working now. Leslie here with the Plaid Poodle. Hello. If you're here, say hello in the chat. I love to chat with you. Let me make sure I have the comments on. Hey, Stace. It's a beautiful day in Kansas City, so everyone might be out enjoying this lovely day. It's like we're having spring revival here in Kansas City. It's so wonderful. I have a lunch date planned with my husband tomorrow. Um, we're going to go get some subs and go to a park and enjoy 74 degrees on December 2nd. So it's lovely here. Hi, Marcia. Um, How is it in, Stacy said Monday it was snowing where she is in Canada. Marcia, you're in Wisconsin. What is the weather like there? Let's all just share what our days look like. I just mentioned that we're enjoying a great springtime weather. So share with us what's going on in your neck of the woods, as Al Roker would say from the Today Show. Oh, I'm such a geek. Anyways, it's warmer there, Stacy says. Um, I'm sorry I'm a little late. I was having technical difficulties. Everything was lagging and it kept jumping off. So thanks for hanging in with me. 40 degrees and sunny. That's not too bad, Marcia. Hi, Kay. How are you? We're talking about what our weather is like. Gloomy and damp where Kay is. Thank you, Marcia, for sharing. I love that. We're going to make a fun little card. Let me turn my camera around. There we go. Hey. But first I want to share today's December 1st. So when you place an order with me and use the host code, you will receive my monthly class tutorial. Everyone who places an order receives the tutorial. So that's their full color. It's like a little booklet, PDF, in color for 4 cards that I do in my December class. So everyone would receive the tutorials. If your order totals $50 or more before tax and shipping, I send you the actual kit. Now this is the kit they got in October. So they're wonderful cards. And I am mailing out the card kits for November this week. They will go out no later than Friday. So be sure and use that host code. It helps me and you get a little something something from me for doing that. Also, the last chance promotion started today with Stampin' Up. So if you go to leslie.stampinup.net, you can look at all the items that are retiring with the spring and actually the holiday catalog. They're going away as of January 3rd. Some of them are marked down drastically, some of them aren't marked down at all, but if there's something that's on your wish list that you want to get before it disappears, you want to check that out. I will have a list later of some of the returning products so that you know, but you will see all of the retiring products. And some of them are the bundles going away. So the bundle price is going away. The actual products aren't, but the 10% savings is. So if you have any questions, sometimes it's a little confusing. Don't hesitate to reach out to me. This is the little card we're going to make. It's a little 3-dimensional fun fold card, and it is so easy to make. And we're using finally this punch is available. It's been on back order forever, so I've been waiting to share it with you. My box is getting ready to flop over. There's my tear and tape. I'm going to use that today. the Peaceful Deer bundle, and that is on page 26 of the Holiday Mini. If you don't have a Holiday Mini, go to theplaidpoodle.com, click on the catalog tab, and you can see the PDF copy of the catalog, or let me know and I'd be happy to send you one. So the punch has been on back order forever. The bundle is $36. You save 10% on the bundle. Just a little heads up. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to tell you this, but the punch is not going away. There's actually a coordinating stamp set in the new spring mini catalog. So you bet that's on my list because I've got the punch and I want to order. It's always nice to have 2 stamp sets that go with 1 punch. So anyway, let's get started. The card requires, it's a weird measurement. And at first I thought, oh, she's using the English. Over in Europe, their papers aren't the same size as ours. Ours are 8.5 by 11, and over there in the UK, they're just a different size. So I thought maybe she was from the UK when I looked at the gal who I inspired this card base. But no, you need a 10.5 by 4 1/4 piece of cardstock, and I'm using the what is this called? I usually try and make a list. Evening Evergreen. It's one of my favorite new colors, new in colors this year. And then I'm going to use my paper trimmer, and we're going to do a lot of scoring. So I'm going to use my scoring blade. I'm going to get my cheat sheet out here. And we are going to score this on the 10.5 inch side at 1/2 inches. At 1 3/4. Three and 3/4. So I'm just sliding it over and lining it up. And 5. And this is going to be our card base. And we're going to score one other piece of cardstock. This one is also in the Evening Evergreen, and it measures 3 by 5. And on the 5 inch side, we're going to score it at 1/2 inch. And I will have this up on my blog, all these measurements, later. And 1 3/4. I usually post a picture of the project on the Facebook page, and if that's on there, that means I've got everything up over on my blog. It's kind of my routine or process. So keep a lookout for a picture of the finished card on the Facebook page, and that will mean that you can go over to the blog and okay, see how that's going to make a little box down at the bottom? All of those score lines that we did, I used my bone folder and I burnished them. And before we glue everything together, I want to add my Designer Series paper. And I chose this print. This is the 6x6 Tidings of Christmas. I've used this a lot. I love this paper. I love it because it's a small print. Usually when you get the 6x6 paper packs, they are going to be a smaller print, and they just work lovely. This is my favorite. I think I've said that a million times. It's like I want wallpaper in that. So you get 48 sheets. They're 2-sided. I love this paper. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, here's our score lines that we did, and we folded these. we're going to put this designer series paper up top. Our score lines are at the bottom, so we want to put our paper at the opposite end. That's going to be the top of the card. I kind of chose these prints because I thought it was kind of fun to make it look like the deer was kind of romping around out in the woods. I thought it was really cute. Okay, now we're going to put a piece of Tear & Tape, or any strong adhesive that you have. You don't want something that isn't too strong. I would use Tear & Tape or the Stampin' Seal Plus or the liquid glue, multi-purpose liquid glue, something that's going to hold that fold, because you're going to be opening and closing this quite a bit and you don't want that to give way. Okay. And how did I figure out the easiest way to do this? I thought if I folded it, like this. Okay, I've got my tape on there. I'm going to fold it at this final fold, just in half like that. And then you'll have the good placement for the little box. Now we can put our other little piece of designer series paper on this little panel. And this piece of paper measures 4 by 1 3/4. And I don't know if there's a right or wrong position on this one, an up or a down. So that's basically the card base. Isn't that fun and easy? All we did is make some score marks and some folds. Okay, now we're going to add this little topper piece, and that is this one that we already put the score lines on. And like I said, I'll have all these measurements over on my blog. This was scored at 1/2 and 1 3/4. Okay. And before I put that on, I'm going to add my embossed piece, which is, let me turn my page. This is a 2 3/4 by 3" piece of shimmery white. You probably can't see it, but I use the shimmery white. It has some little sparkle into it, and I embossed it with a retired snowflake folder that's Stampin' Up! Retired. They always do that, but there is alternatives in the new catalog. I looked. I believe it's on back order right now. Just like everything, we just can't get our stuff, can we? Well, maybe it's not in this one. Oh, yes, it is. It is on page, no, it is not. Maybe it's in the annual catalog. Anyway, I'll post that on my blog as well, a substitution for that. But I'm sure you have any kind of embossing folder would work, or you could use another piece of designer series paper. So let me make sure that I have got this on the right side. So we're going to put this, here's our score lines. We're going to put this right on the bottom panel. And now we can put some tear and tape up on this little 1/2-inch tab. Thank you, Kay. The design is another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I failed to get her name, this fold, but you know, there's nothing new under the sun. Okay, and then we're also going to put a strip of the tear and tape on the back side of this. So confusing. So you want a piece on the front with your embossed piece, and then you want one on the back side at the bottom on the opposite side. And then I'm going to show you how easy this is to put on, and then it's perfectly placed. Like I said, I saw this design, this fold, somewhere on the internet, on the interwebs, and I kind of made it my own with my own little papers and things. So we're going to fold this over all the way and line it up in the center of the top of the card. Make sure you're right up on the edge. And then this piece that we put the adhesive on the back is going to go there. And now it's perfectly placed. So it looks like it's hard, but it's not. And like I said, I will put all of this over on the blog later today. I have to run over and see my mom for some things. And then when I get home this evening, I will take care of that. Okay, now I've cut a little snowflake out of the, what is this color, girls? You know, I should know these things. My brain is fried. Soft Succulent. It's another one of my favorite colors. You'd think I would remember. And I cut it out with the Snowflake Wishes. There's a coordinating stamp set and die set, and I used this big die here to make a snowflake. But you could do a circle punch or anything. I just thought with my embossing back there, that snowflake would be really cute. And before I put it on, or let's put it on, and then I'm going to use some Wink of Stella on it because I wanted it to kind of sparkle. So I'm using some Stampin' Dimensionals. Lost my snips. Here we go. I'm going to put some on each of the little flakes. We're not doing much stamping, are we? We're going to stamp here in a minute. I call these the flakes. I don't know what you call them. The little arms of the snowflake. Okay, let's see. Let's cut one more of these little dudes. It's probably overkill, but we wouldn't want it to fall off, would we? The neighbor's dogs are going wild. There's probably another Amazon delivery coming through. It's wild and crazy. Everybody did their cyber shopping this week. Okay, that's pretty all by itself, I think. Anyway, if I do say so myself. Anyway, okay, I am going to take my Wink of Stella marker, and I always want to unscrew it, and just paint on all those sparkles. And it probably is not showing up on the camera, but it's creating this little just little sparkly glow on this snowflake. I always forget to pull out the Wink of Stella. Does anybody on here have Wink of Stella? Do they like to use it? I always forget about it. But I wanted my snowflake to kind of sparkle, so I pulled it out. Like I said, you might be able to see a little bit of that sparkle. My focus isn't working very well. Okay, we're going to add our little deer. And to do that, I am using my Stamparatus because I am going to stamp two things at the same time with the Evening Evergreen ink. I've got my sentiment here. Oh, looks like it was still wet when I put my paper on there. Got to be careful with these magnets. I put the greeting on the back of the card. So I've got a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of basic white and then a little scrap of Whisper White that I'm going to put the deer on. Could have used an iridescent snowflake brushed with soft succulent. Oh, that would have been beautiful. Thank you for the tip, Kay. I don't think I have the iridescent snowflakes, but that would be really pretty. Okay, this looks good. I am going to ink my little deer up one more time. Looks great. Close my ink before I make a mess. And then we're just going to punch that little baby out of there. Marsha, love the card idea. I know, think of all the different kinds you could do with this card base. And so easy. You don't really need any extra tools, just a scoring blade or a scoring tool. So simple. And yet, people think you probably went to a lot of trouble. Whoever received that card is going to think, wow, that's pretty fancy. Okay, I'm going to just stick a couple little mini dimensionals on the back here and pop that up. And then we will adhere the sentiment onto the back. Yes, an excellent way to use small pieces, the scraps that you have left over. Okay, that's a great idea. And you can sign it or whatever. And then I added, oh, I broke his leg. No, he's okay. I just bent it. I get a little crazy here. I added some of the holiday, some more sparkle with the holiday rhinestone jewels. And I just put 3 around this little piece of embossed paper. That little guy doesn't want to be picked up. Just to kind of frame out my little deer. There we go. Isn't that cute? Just love that. So there you go. That's the little card. And I did want to tell you that the deer punch is finally back available to order. And the bundle pricing for this bundle goes away at the end of the month. So the punch is carrying forward. I'm not sure that the stamp set is carrying forward. I need to check on that. But I know that the punch is, but the bundle price goes away. And sneak peek, there is another coordinating stamp set in the upcoming catalog that uses that punch. So that's always nice. And I did want to mention, if you've placed an order with me in the last year, I have put you on the list and I submitted that yesterday. So catalogs will be going out this month and you'll be receiving that in the mail. I mailed one to myself to kind of get a time frame. So when I receive mine, I'll start asking if you have received yours. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining me. I appreciate it so much. And I'll see you back here on Monday for Make It Monday. You have a great weekend and we will talk soon. Bye-bye.